In this video today, we are going to take a look what it looks like in Tennessee. Why are we looking at Tennessee? Because we're seeing a lot of people moving from the West Coast, Oregon to Tennessee, and we wanted to give you a tool if you are planning on making that move. If you want to sell here and move here, we've got the exact right person to talk to, and we're going to get after it right now. Hey everyone, today we are here with Chris Rains. He's the leader of the R&R home team right in Tennessee. Chris is not only a good friend of mine, but he's also my mentor and one of my sponsors in the EXP. But we're actually here to talk today about moving to Tennessee. We see a large amount of people going from the West Coast to Tennessee. In fact, some realtor friends of mine have relocated to Tennessee. I have friends that live there. So we wanted to get with Chris and we wanted to let him tell you why Tennessee is the place that people are starting to call home. So, Chris, tell us a little bit about Tennessee. Let's start with like natural beauty, outdoor recreation. Like Tennessee seems to be a very beautiful area. What's it like there?
Howdy, y'all. No, I'm just kidding. We don't all talk like that. But I won't put you through this entire video. Just wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way. So outdoor activities in Tennessee, I absolutely love it here, man. So I am Tennessee native, born and raised all of my life. I grew up in East Tennessee, just north of Knoxville. I'm in Middle Tennessee now. I've been all over the state. So from the mountains to the fields, to hills, rolling hills.
Kind of sounds like a country song, not gonna lie. Mountain,
like it's starting to sound, it's like a country song because we got rivers, we got lakes, we got creeks. I mean, if there's a puddle of water, I probably found it at some point. Outside fishing, hunting, kayaking. I mean, literally everything there is to do outdoors. Rock climbing, there is mountain biking. I've done it all. Awesome. And I don't get to do quite as much of it as I used to between working and taking care of a couple kiddos. But, Tennessee is absolutely beautiful. I've been all over the country, almost every state. There's like just a couple I've not been to. And I always want to come back home eventually.
That's awesome.
I love to visit other places, but I'm always ready to come back home.
So, like where I live, Bend, Oregon, right? Like we're a small town. We have all that stuff you do too, but we also have way more expensively high prices. But a lot of the people that we see, that inquire with us are moving from California, moving from Washington. So these bigger places. So the question's got to come up, quality of life, right? The rat race, does it exist in Tennessee? I mean, like where you live, is it a slower pace? Are people moving there for that reason?
Hey, by the way, my name is Joshua Grossman. I'm the leader of the Lifestyle and Ben team of the EXP Realty. We get calls, texts, emails, and Zoom requests every day from people like you, and you looking to make their move to Central Oregon. We absolutely love it. It doesn't matter when you're moving, 6 days, 100 days, 2 years. It doesn't really matter because we want to hear from you. So all of my information is directly below. And go ahead, give us a call, shoot us a text message, send us an email, sign up for a Zoom consult, and we'll make an immediate move to make your move to Central Oregon as smooth as possible.
You get a mix of different people looking for different reasons. So I get a lot of people that are retiring and looking to move here, get a little bit more bang for their buck. I get plenty of people, though, that are also wanting to start their careers or transition their careers here. So Nashville is what's considered the center of the Golden Triangle. So a Golden Triangle, meaning it's area of the country and the number of places that Nashville and all the hubs around it right here can service. So it can go north, south, east, west, can go any direction. And so many of the businesses that have moved here to Nashville can now service all those different areas. And it's continuing to grow. And so many people don't realize that it's not just people that are retiring and just people that are moving here from California or from wherever for no reason. So many people are moving here because now there's great jobs that didn't used to be in Nashville. Because those companies are moving here. They're getting incentives. Everything's coming this way. They have lower taxes as a company to operate in Tennessee than they do in California. Less litigation, less hoops to jump through. And Tennessee is, providing them a great opportunity to house their business here, give them some great employees. People actually want to live here now. Nashville became hip and cool, right? All the different stars. There's everybody that wants to come here and see downtown Nashville. It's become very touristy over the years and has changed a lot. Now, when you start talking about that Golden Triangle and those we'll call them hubs. So mega businesses that move in and house their corporate centers in Nashville and then have distribution centers surrounding Nashville. Every time somebody moves here to serve one of those jobs, it's going to create 2 to 3 jobs for somebody else. So when you look at that influx of people and the amount of job opportunity, those really high paying jobs, those corporate jobs making 6 figures, then create additional opportunities for other people. And it just continues to explode. And that donut kind of around Nashville continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger as you start to look at it. So it just moves out. More and more people are getting moved out to the country. Those small little towns that people have never heard of before are now, the prices are doubling. They're going up because they're finally catching up with that Nashville bubble that's continuing to come out and out and out. So as Nashville prices go up, so do the areas surrounding it.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense, right? Because like you sell a house in California in the Bay Area, you're going to make $1.5 million for literally nothing, right? In Bend, Oregon, where we at, like $300,000 won't, like, you're going to buy a trailer maybe in a park, maybe, and that's a maybe, right?
I can just about get you. I can get you a nice townhouse for $300,000 or a pretty decent house out in like a smaller rural town around Nashville. So you go about an hour out, I can get you something pretty nice for $300,000.
So, if you guys are looking to sell and move to Tennessee for all the things, like, price is a big part of it. That's awesome. What about like community culture? Like what's the vibe of Tennessee in general?
Yeah. So many people are looking for that Southern hospitality, that Southern comfort, that slower paced way of life. For the most part, the majority of that rings true here. People are moving here because they don't want the hustle and bustle of a really large town. Most of the people that I have move here, even if they're coming to Nashville, they're like, look, I just need to be within 60 minutes of Nashville. I don't even need to be in Nashville. I need to be able to commute to work, but I want to come back home. I want to sit on my back porch, my covered back porch, have a cup of tea or coffee or whatever, and just relax, listen to the sounds of nature and kind of have that experience. I get so many people, they're like, look, we want 2 to 5 acres. We want 10 acres. We've got a couple horses. We got dogs. We want to be able to have chickens, goats, have a mini farm. I get that stuff all the time. Like literally, it's a conversation I have with somebody nearly every day.
Yeah, I mean, that all sounds amazing. So you mentioned economic opportunities. So there's lots of jobs available. How sustainable is that? Like is there, like, what we suffer from here is we don't have a lot of room to grow. We're packed in town and it's it, right? But like, how much more can it grow until it loses that feeling of being the small town, charming Southern hospitality type of place?
Depends on how far you go out. So if you're trying to like live in downtown Nashville, sure, you're not going to get the charming Southern little way of life as much as you are if you go to one of the outlying towns and kind of out in the country a little bit. Even if you just get on the outskirts, you pick the right road, you pick the house that's got a couple acres that doesn't have hundreds of acres of farmland next to it that could be converted to big residential neighborhoods. You have to look at it and find the right agent to help you find the right kind of crowd and niche market that you're looking for, because not every experience is going to be the same. You can't just look at a house on a website and say, oh, wow, I like that house, I'm going to like living there. Well, that might not be true, because you might be looking for something different. You might not know about the neighborhood that's going to be going in there 2 years from now, because, depending on who owns that property, there's some research that needs to go into it if you're looking for a certain way of life, to make sure that way of life is going to be sustainable for you. So there are ways to kind of try to protect that a little bit. You can't always do that, and you never know when somebody's going to sell. But if I can look it up and one of the nation's largest builders owns that tract of land, you're probably going to have a neighborhood built there within the next 2 to 10 years.
Right.
Hey guys, have we got the best thing in the world for you? A free ultimate relocation guide to Central Oregon. Are you thinking about making a move? Are you unsure about the winters? Are you unsure about the summers? What is there to do in Central Oregon? Well, our relocation guide is chock full of top employers and businesses, things to do, and just the general vibe of Central Oregon. So we've gone ahead and linked that in the comments below, as well as on the pop-up. So if you want a free relocation guide sent directly to you, go ahead and click that link, and we will make your move to Bend as smooth as possible.
So people are probably asking themselves why I am in Bend, Oregon, and I'm doing a video on moving to Tennessee. Well, the reason I'm doing a video on moving to Tennessee is because my goal is to help everybody, right? like my channel gets lots of views and it's out through lots of places. And I have some amazing partners set up across the country through EXP, as well as just personal relationships I made. And Chris is one of those guys. So one of the things he's just said, like, you got to pick somebody that knows. Like, Chris is Tennessee. Like, I tease him about it all the time, and he teases me about avocado toast. But at the end of the day, if you're looking to move to a place and you don't know about it, but you need to know about it, because like, you don't want to buy a property that's next to a 100-acre plot that's going to be subdivisions, because you're moving to Tennessee for that exact reason. So that's exactly why I'm doing the videos, is this will help people. Maybe they're selling in Oregon and maybe they want to move to Tennessee and they want to make that connection, and they need to do the research first. So, you know,
this might even train a few other agents that are probably going to watch this as to certain things to look out for.
Yeah.
Because when you get your real estate license, it doesn't exactly come with a training manual to make you good at it.
That's 100% true.
So hopefully the agents watching this, they start to pick up on a couple of these little things here too, and we can improve their business as well.
Absolutely. So that's what it's all about for us, is just helping other folks out. So in synopsis, Tennessee, it's a little bit less expensive than quite a few places, right? It's probably not the cheapest place out there, but it is definitely affordable. It's nice. The culture is great, welcoming, charming. It's got good economy. So, I mean, all things about all of that says Tennessee is a great place for you to look at. So, Chris, if someone wants to talk to you about moving to Tennessee, what's your phone number? What's the best way to get a hold of you?
My phone number is 865-684-3603. And that is going to be the best way to reach me pretty much all the time. You can text me. You can call me. If I don't answer, leave me a message. I'll probably call you right back. I'm probably with a client. Or sometimes I do sleep every now and then. Not all the time. You could call me at 2 a.m. I might answer. Who knows? But we'll see. I do encourage you to call me, though. If you have questions about Tennessee, I'm always happy to help. Happy to chat with anybody, whether you're moving 9 days, 90 days, 9 months, 9 years. I don't care. I'm happy to have that conversation and help put you in a better position for what your particular goals are. Even if I'm not in the exact area where you want to be, I run a team across the state. I have agents that can help you pretty much anywhere. I help them out on the back end too. And then I'm always available for questions anybody has. So can certainly help.
That's awesome. Hey, Chris, I just want to thank you personally for joining the call, letting people know about your wonderful place that you live. I'll definitely make it back in the new year to visit you. And, you know, until then, guys, if you're moving to Tennessee, if you're moving anywhere, I got connections. Chris has connections. We have connections all across the United States. We can absolutely help you out with anything. And, you know, maybe we'll see you hanging around town in Tennessee or Bend, Oregon, or someplace else. And if you do, you know, say hi. We're here to help, and we love doing it. So, Chris, once again, thanks for joining the channel, and we'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely. See you guys.